when we think about hairspray, we usually think about it for like doing our hair and stuff. But there's many things hairspray can be used for. For example, you can spray hairspray to preserve drawings or to dry your nails. You know, when you do your nails, just quick dry. Or you can actually spray hairspray in the insole of your shoe to prevent slippery. And there's like a long list of things you can use hairspray for in the article Hairspray Crazy. But even though hairspray is a common thing for us to use, it can cause many effects on our environment and our health, on our health. I know I use hairspray like every day, and I know some of the effects that can cause on the earth, but I have been doing research on this particular topic for like a long time, and I'd like to know what the effects on it, So today I want to share with you the negative effects that hairspray can cause in our environment, on our health, and how people use hairspray to abuse their own bodies. So the first thing I would like to share with you guys is how it affects our environment. A group of greenhouse gases called CFCs, which stands for chlorofluorocarbons, are used in each can of hairspray. This can be bad for us because in the atmosphere it traps the heat and it goes into the earth. So Earth is covered by a layer of gas called the ozone layer, and it's formed naturally. And it is important for us because it protects us from the sun's UV rays that can cause skin cancer, and it damages the animals and the environment. So can you guys imagine the whole country of the U.S.? Pretty big, right? Well, every year, a hole as big as the U.S. Develops in the ozone layer over Antarctica, and the smaller hole develops every year in the South Pole, which creates the water levels to rise, and which means that UV rays are also entering through the ozone layer. Scientists discovered the hole over Antarctica in 1979, and as early as the 1980s, they realized that the ozone layer was getting thinner. So, like I said before, the ozone layer protects us from the UV rays, which can cause skin cancer and can lead to more deaths. It can also be dangerous for our eyes, and it can cause blindness. Oh, and I got this diagram from the website ACE, which stands for Atmosphere, Climate, and Environment. So this website talks about a lot. So this diagram, this is the Earth right here, and that's the atmosphere, and that's the sun, and the rays enter through the ozone layer, and it goes into the Earth. But some bounce back, and the clouds protect us from the UV rays. But since there's holes developing in the ozone layer, they just go right through through Earth. So now that you know how hairspray can affect our environment, let me share with you guys how it can affect the health of a woman, especially. The newspaper Sun has reported that women who use hairspray in their first trimester of pregnancy, whether it's at home or at work, it can increase the risk of giving birth to males with deformed sex organs. So hypospadias is one of the most common genital birth defects in baby boys. This condition is where the urinary opening is shifted beneath the penis, and in the UK, it affects 1 in 250 boys. So they did a case study by a group of universities in different parts of Europe, and the case study was to investigate the risk factors associated with hypospadias. And then as a result, researchers found that exposure to hairspray during the first trimester of pregnancy can increase the risk of birth defects in boys. And this information was retrieved from the environmental health perspective. And so now you know how it affects women. But now I'm going to talk about how people use abuse hairspray to damage their own bodies. So according to the Ocean Awareness Project, done in Nanizuzi Center in New Mexico, many people are using hairspray mix, also known as ocean water. There are 3 types of ocean abusers: the experimental users, maintenance users, and chronic users. Chronic users are the ones that drink the most. Usually a can of hairspray can make half a gallon of ocean water, and that half a gallon can be shared between 5 people, but chronic users just drink that half a gallon by themselves. And their usual process is to drink up, pass out, and when they wake up, they drink again. So most ocean abusers are in the ages between 39 through 49, and 80% of them are men. Since ocean water is easy to prepare and cheaper than liquor, they prefer ocean water. Maybe they also like ocean water because it doesn't really cause any hangovers, so that's always good. And all you need to prepare ocean water is a can of hairspray, a sharp object to pierce through the can of hairspray and let the oxygen go out and get the remaining liquid in it, and then you just mix it with water, and it's optional if you want to add Kool-Aid or orange juice for flavoring. But after drinking ocean water, it can have many side effects, like you get a burning sensation in the abdomen and in the throat, and you can have various symptoms like diarrhea, drowsiness, itchy skin, and sometimes blindness. And after you drink it, you cannot run or smoke because it causes severe bloating or gastrointestinal tract bleeding. So now I have informed you how hairspray can affect the environment, our health, and how people abuse it. So how about we just use hairspray responsibly?
Christopher, what did you think?
I thought that the attention device was pretty so-so good. You know, I got my attention. The thesis was kind of a little unclear at first. The thing is, like the thesis, it says about environment, health, and body. It just seemed a little bit too broad, I guess. I mean, I understand how it could affect the environment, stuff like that. She went into that pretty well in detail, but it was so kind of just broad that it kind of moved away from like the thesis of like how it really affects like health and body, because environment and body, it's just so different. It doesn't sound like it goes together. The health one, that's kind of too narrow, because she said it would like, be reflecting the health kind of. But she centered it to women, but she did explain it very well about how it does affect the woman and the diseases that come from it. And the last one, body, she kind of related it to how they use it for liquor, and I don't know if that really fits in with the fact that hairspray. I mean, if you use hairspray just to style your hair or something like that, I'm not sure if that really works with the liquor thing, but it does make sense when she talks about how it could, cause problems for people if they use it like that. But overall, I thought the speech was pretty okay. Just could have been a little bit more well prepared.
All right.